The sun rises over Pag-asa Island, painting the sky in breathtaking hues of orange and gold, casting a warm glow over the quiet shoreline and the palm trees that sway gently in the morning breeze. At first glance, it looks like paradise, a tranquil haven untouched by the chaos of the world. But this is no ordinary morning, and beneath the calm, a sense of unease lingers in the air. The salty air is thick with tension as a Philippine Coast Guard vessel cuts through the turquoise waters, its crew ever watchful, alert to any sign of trouble in these contested seas. Nearby, larger Chinese maritime militia ships loom on the horizon, uninvited guests in our own backyard, their presence a constant reminder of the ongoing struggle for control. This is the daily reality for Pag-asa's residents, a silent, nerve-wracking standoff that plays out every single day, shaping the rhythm of island life. The gentle lapping of waves, once a soothing soundtrack, is often drowned out by the persistent hum of foreign engines, a sound that signals uncertainty and vigilance. Local fishermen, who once roamed these waters freely, now cast their nets with caution, always alert for danger, their eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of approaching ships. A sudden blast from a water cannon or a risky maneuver by a foreign vessel could threaten not just their catch, but their very lives and the future of their families. Children play on the beach, their laughter ringing out in the salty air, a stark, almost surreal contrast to the tension that simmers just offshore, where ships linger in the distance. Their parents watch with a mix of pride and worry, knowing the stakes are high. They live on the front line of a struggle for sovereignty, where every day brings new uncertainties. Pag-asa Island, the largest Philippine-held island in the Spratlys, is just 37 hectares in size, but it represents something immense. A beacon of hope and determination in the vast South China Sea. It's a symbol of our nation's claim, a testament to our enduring presence in these contested waters, and a rallying point for every Filipino who believes in our right to this land and sea. More than a military outpost, Pag-asa is a home, a vibrant community of Filipinos living our sovereignty into existence, building lives and dreams despite the challenges. Their presence is a quiet but firm declaration. This is our territory, our home, our sea. Every sunrise here is a new act of defiance and hope. News reports of Chinese vessels and harassed fishermen are not just distant headlines here, they're woven into the fabric of daily life, shaping conversations and decisions. Every fishing trip is a gamble, a test of courage and resilience, as fishermen weigh the risks against the need to provide for their families. Every patrol is a test of will, a demonstration of our resolve to protect what is rightfully ours, no matter the odds. The strategic location of Pag-asa makes it a flashpoint, where superpower ambitions collide with the simple aspirations of a Filipino community determined to live in peace and dignity. Here, sovereignty is not just a legal concept, it's lived every single day, in every act of daily life. In every moment of vigilance and hope, the people of Pag-asa are the frontline defenders of our nation's rights, standing together with courage and unity in the face of uncertainty. Their resilience is a powerful reminder, this island is ours, and as long as we stand together, our claim endures, shining brightly with every new dawn. Life on Pag-asa Island moves at a different pace, dictated by the rhythms of the sea, the warmth of the sun, and the ever-present sense of uncertainty that comes from living on the edge of contested waters. Every day the islanders are reminded of their vulnerability by the ever-watchful eyes of foreign ships, their silhouettes a constant presence on the horizon. For the 100 or so civilians who call this place home, daily life is a delicate blend of tropical tranquility and an undercurrent of anxiety that never fully disappears. The island's modest school, municipal hall, and health clinic serve as anchors of a real Filipino community, providing a sense of normalcy and hope for the future. But the constant presence of Chinese vessels just offshore casts a long, intimidating shadow over everyday life, a reminder of the island's precarious situation. Fishermen who have relied on these waters for generations now face harassment and shrinking fishing grounds, their traditional way of life increasingly under threat. The sea that once provided abundance is now a source of fear and uncertainty, forcing them to sail in groups for safety or stay close to the coastline, reluctant to venture too far from the safety of home. Yet, despite these challenges, the residents of Pag-asa are remarkably resilient, finding joy in simple things, a basketball game at sunset, a shared meal with neighbors, or the pride of a child's graduation. These moments of normalcy are more than just routine, They are quiet acts of defiance, a declaration that they will not be scared away or forced to abandon their home. The Philippine Coast Guard and Navy, though outnumbered and often outgunned, hold the line and provide much-needed reassurance to the community. On this tiny island, the bond between uniformed services and civilians is not just a partnership, it is a matter of survival, forged through shared challenges and mutual support. Together, they stand as living proof that the Philippines will not abandon its people or its territory, no matter how great the odds or how long the shadow cast by the dragon. Why is the South China Sea so fiercely contested? What makes these waters the focus of so much international tension and rivalry? The answer lies both beneath the waves and along its vital shipping lanes, where the stakes are incredibly high for all involved. 1/3 of global shipping, over $3 trillion in goods, passes through these waters every year, making it one of the world's busiest and most important maritime corridors. Control here means immense economic and strategic leverage, giving nations the power to influence global trade and security. The seabed holds vast, untapped reserves of oil and natural gas, a powerful lure for energy-hungry nations seeking to secure their future energy supplies. The sea is also a treasure trove of marine biodiversity, home to countless species and crucial for millions who depend on its fish for their daily sustenance. For the Philippines, the sea is life itself. Our culture, traditions, and survival are deeply tied to its bounty and the livelihoods it provides. The struggle for the South China Sea is a struggle for food security, energy, and national pride, fueling passionate debates and protests across the region. This convergence of interests makes the region a cauldron of competing ambitions, where diplomacy and military might are constantly tested. Every ship, every barrel of oil, every fish caught is part of this complex geopolitical puzzle, shaping the future of the South China Sea and those who depend on it. The Spratly Islands are the epicenter of the South China Sea dispute, a place where history, law, and ambition collide. 6 parties lay claim to parts or all of this archipelago, but China's 9-dash line is the most sweeping, clashing with international law. The Philippines bases its claim on geography and UNCLOS, with Pag-asa well within our exclusive economic zone. Other nations, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan, have overlapping claims, turning the Spratlys into a crowded, contested space. The core conflict: China's historical rights versus a rules-based international order. Pag-asa Island stands at the fault line of this monumental clash. What makes Pag-asa unique? It's the sound of children's laughter and the sight of a Filipino flag raised by civilians. Pag-asa is the only claimant-occupied island in the Spratlys with a permanent civilian community. This transforms our claim from military to living reality. The municipality of Calayan, established in 1978, shows real administrative control. Residents vote, have a mayor, and send their children to school, powerful symbols of sovereignty. While others build fortresses, the Philippines nurtures a town. Our strategy of civilianization sends a message. Our claim is about peaceful, legitimate presence. Every fisherman, teacher, and child on Pag-asa is on the front lines of defending our sovereignty. Their resilience is a source of national pride. Pag-asa is not just a strategic asset, it's a Filipino town, an integral part of our nation. The waters around Pag-asa are among the most militarized on the planet. Just 14 nautical miles away, China's Subi Reef has become a massive military base, visible from Pag-asa's shores. Subi Reef's runways, missiles, and radar arrays loom as a constant reminder of the military imbalance. Filipino personnel on Pag-asa live in the shadow of this fortress, tasked with asserting rights without provoking conflict. The risk of accidental clashes is dangerously high. Daily cat-and-mouse games with Chinese vessels test professionalism and restraint. The militarization of the Spratlys has turned legal disputes into a military standoff. Other claimants, like Vietnam, have fortified their own outposts, creating a network of armed camps. For Pag-asa's residents and defenders, this means living on the front line of a potential conflict. Their presence is a testament to courage in a dangerous neighborhood. Since 2013, China has transformed submerged reefs into sprawling artificial islands in the Spratlys. Dubbed the Great Wall of Sand, these new islands are immediately militarized, with ports, runways, and missile systems. China's island building has shifted the balance of power, creating unsinkable bases in the heart of Southeast Asia. By physically occupying these features, China strengthens its control, regardless of international law. From these bases, China can monitor and potentially dominate all air and sea traffic in the region. For the Philippines, this is a game changer. Mischief Reef, now a Chinese base, lies within our EEZ. The power shift is undeniable. A heavily armed Chinese presence now sits on our doorstep. The Great Wall of Sand is a physical manifestation of China's ambition to dominate the South China Sea. Facing a militarily superior neighbor, the Philippines turned to the power of law. In 2013, we initiated arbitration against China under UNCLOS, a David versus Goliath move. The 2016 Hague ruling was a resounding victory, declaring China's 9-dash line invalid and affirming our rights. China rejected the ruling, but it remains the cornerstone of our foreign policy and a tool for rallying international support. Allies like the US, Japan, and Australia cite the ruling, calling for respect for international law. The Philippines is strengthening alliances and building partnerships to maintain a free, open Indo-Pacific. Law and diplomacy are our primary defense, leveling the playing field when military might is not on our side. Our legal victory is a beacon for all nations facing similar threats. Despite legal victories and international support, the situation remains tense. China intensifies its gray zone tactics, harassment, water cannons, and dangerous maneuvers. The Philippines responds with assertive transparency, documenting and publicizing these incidents. By shining a spotlight on China's actions, we win the battle of narratives and rally global support. This struggle is about more than sovereignty. It's about our future, our resources, and the rule of law. If powerful nations can ignore international law, no small country is safe. The fight for Pag-asa is a fight for a world where rules matter. The future hangs in the balance, demanding resilience, diplomacy, and hope. That hope lives in the courage of our Coast Guard, the determination of our fishermen, and the laughter of Pag-asa's children. They are the living embodiment of our unyielding spirit, a beacon for a peaceful, sovereign future.